Ekale, Awani Oshewa, Arukulani, Tai Kemp. Let me just jump right into this, people. Black people as a whole are under the spell of the European, under the coat of the European, under the coat of the Mazunga, under the coat of the oppressor. You call it any which way you want to. What were we doing before the Mazunga came onto the coast of Africa? Was we worshiping? What makes the Mazunga belief system better than ours? Now that we're not under colonialism no more to an extent, now that we're not under slavery, either physical slavery, we're still adhering to their beliefs and their religion. Who made them better than us? What makes you think their belief system is beneficial to us? Before they gave us their belief system, we ran the world. After they gave us their belief system, and they stole the most precious resource from the continent of Africa, which was the people, and sent them all to the four corners of the world, not just to the Americas, to build up their empires. Free labor now. You gotta understand this. People don't understand the full scope of this. People keep talking about gold and cobalt and everything else that comes from Africa. The most precious resource from Africa was the people. The European didn't have control of the plane until after 1492. 1492 on up, they've been in control. Okay, you can say certain years that back in the day, the Romans, this and that, the Greeks. As a whole, the black man ran the planet, most of the planet up until 1492. You gotta understand the Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Persians, all of them was black. None of them was considered white nations. And it's an argument to make that even the Europeans and the Greeks may have been black that came into Jerusalem, that came into ancient Israel. But let me not veer too far off a topic here. We're under the European coat. We can start. I can explain this a little better so you can understand where I'm coming from with this. For instance, a BHI cult, a Black Hebrew Israelite cult. For example, let's just take, I ain't gonna name no names, but anyway, most of their leaders are charismatic, good speakers, pluck scriptures from the Bible, bend them and twist them to benefit their ideology, so they can empower themselves. Their followers empowers them. You're part of their machine. You come out of your wallets, your persons, you give to them. Shabbat, you come there, you cook, you clean it for leadership. You do all these things. You do all these things for leadership before you do for your own family. Those are the rules. Now, you apply those same rules. The machine is the leadership, the guys you see across the table from left to right. The money is going in their pockets. Picture them as the 13 families over the earth. Everything you do, even from your job, if you're a member of any one of these groups, you're giving to them your time, your energy, and your money. Let's just say your life. That's what you're giving to them. You're not living. You're living for them. That's the same aspect that the European has set up now. And money, currency, fuels all this. Yeah, currency, money. This is the material realm. This is like, all of this is by design. Work, money, from birth, kindergarten, to college graduation. Everything you learn up to then has been a lie. Everything that you need to learn has been held back from you. Knowledge of the cosmos, knowledge of the one, knowledge of the pleroma, the heavenly realms. Knowledge of everything has been held back from you. They only teach you what they want to teach you to keep this system in order. This material realm keeps pumping. What you learn is to keep them in power. They use many mechanisms: technology, social media, TV, religion, incarceration, and if you get too out of line, assassinations. They would do anything they have to protect the system. And I advise anyone that don't fully understand what I'm bringing out, that has an ear and want to become more enlightened than what there is now, is to watch The Matrix. It's 3 of them. No, it's 4 of them. They just released a new one a few months ago, but you only need to watch the first one to understand most of what I'm saying right now. Because as Morpheus said to Neo, we live in a dream world. The real world has been pulled over our eyes. And I know y'all ain't gonna believe it, but it has. It's way more to the world and the cosmos than what you see around you. As your frequency goes higher, when I say frequency, you start becoming more enlightened, you will see and feel things that others can't. You will take in learning that others refuse to take in because you're open to it. People that's under these groups, let's break away from the quote thing for a second. But most of the time when you're part of a group, you're doing group learning. But you're responsible for your own ascension. You are, not no one else. So why would it benefit you to learn under someone else? The rabbit hole gets really, really, really deep. Now, a lot of things that's going on in the world, all the chaos, all the killing, all of this falls into chaos. Let's just use the word chaos. Once you become enlightened, you will understand why some of these things are happening. And you will know what's causing these things, what's behind these things. You will understand. But if you don't understand this, you're probably the ones when all these things happening. You're falling down. You're falling down to your knees and you're praying, but you're not asking the tough questions. Like, if you are a very religious person and you believe in whatsoever, I'm just gonna be broad with this. If you believe in that, when you say to yourself, because most of y'all think it's blasphemous to question certain things, but just say, for instance, you say to yourself, why did the God I pray to allow this to happen in the first place? Why wouldn't you ask yourself that? Black people, I'm gonna tell you why you don't ask yourself that. Because going back to what I said to start this conversation, you're under the coat of the Mzungu. You've been taught that in religion, to question that religion is blasphemous. So you don't do that. You're going on faith. You got to know these things. You're going on blind faith. But when you become enlightened, you get to know. You know. You don't think it. You know it. And say that again. You don't think it. You know it. And when you become enlightened, your frequency, you can feel others' energy. You can feel bad energy. You don't want to be around certain energy. You cut people off because they're not on your level. You cut friends off. People you might have been cool with, you don't deal with them anymore. You don't sit out in the park and drink 40s and stuff like that. All the stuff that people do, drink 40s, smoke hookahs, be on social media, doing whatever. None of that stuff matters anymore. Or it matters less. Let's just say that. As you become enlightened, that stuff matters less. Your mind is occupied by finding out who, what, why, when, and where about us as a human species. Number one question, where we came from. Once you become enlightened, you will understand the whole concept of everything. Transatlantic slave trade. That's one of the biggest questions Black people refuse to ask. Why was that allowed to happen? Why was the Mzungu allowed to come into our continent and rape and pillage just like that? Why did the Christian God allow that to happen? But if you understood that there may be more than one God, you will understand a lot of things a whole lot better. Because, like I said, Christianity teaches monotheism. Monotheism is the belief in one supreme being. We wasn't taught that on the continent before Christianity came into our world. It's easier to control a people if they got one entity, person, or whatever over them. Just like they're trying to do this one world government. It's hard to control everybody on the various governments. That's why they're trying to usher in this new world order. One world government. Control everything. That's what monotheism does. And if you really read into the Tanakh, even though, yes, monotheism is in there, it's more than one deity in the Tanakh. If you understood it, it's more than one deity in there. But anyways, that's all I got. We got to do better. We got to come from underneath these groups. We got to stop being occupied with technology and start getting enlightened out here. We're too distracted with these social media apparatuses, with this music. Black people are some of the most easily distracted people on this earth. And we frighten these, as you got to look at that during the COVID epidemic. They fear-mongered the hell out of us. Had most of y'all running down here getting these vaccines, and God knows what y'all done got pumped up in your soul. It's because you're under the coat of the Mzungu. Anyway, that's all I got. Ola, ola. Until tomorrow. Peace.